Today we will talk about parsing information from website pages, and we will create a simple parser to extract the prices and links of products on the Wildberries marketplace, based on a keyword search, as well as those filtered by price. To start, we will set up the input settings and create a keyword query, which will be defined by the variable product name. The type is text, and we create the corresponding variable. We will filter by price, specifically by its maximum value. If the product's price is higher than this threshold, we will skip it. If it is less than or equal to the threshold, we will save the information about the product. We create the corresponding variable maximum price. And we set our value. The product name will be K, and the maximum price will be 10,000 rubles. We save our settings. Now we need to go to the page of our marketplace. We paste the link and restart our project. We immediately enter our query. Now, we need to collect all the links to the products displayed on this page. We can see that the products are loading. Therefore, first we need to scroll to the very bottom of the page. To do this, we add a sheet constructor. We insert a -add. We select Auto HTML and leave it as is. Type, rise, event, focus. We add our prep. We do this so that all the products on our page are fully loaded. Next, we need to collect the links to our products. To do this, we inspect the element, the link immediately opens, and we copy the HTML. Next, we need to create a regular expression to search for the link in the page's source. We open the regular expression builder, press Ctrl F. We paste our link and start the search. This can be closed. Like this. Our link always starts with full product card. We insert it, and it ends with double quotes. The link itself will always start with wildberries.ru. And it ends with icepick. I check all the boxes. We check. As we can see, the regular expression has given us absolutely all the product links. We copy it. We can close this now. And we select the tabs and beta actions. Let's go for it. We select pub in the stop relay, paste our regular expression, and choose Select All. Next, we need to create a list, and we'll name it accordingly. Product list. It is created empty, and we don't check any boxes, because the parsing is happening directly from the page, not from any file. We perform the parsing and go to the list. We can see that all the links have been transferred. Next, we need to reload our page. Here we are at the very end, and we need to click on the next page. And that means that each time it will update and increase by 1. We need to create a counter. To do this, we work with variables. We create a new variable with a value of 1. We name it page. Now we have a variable with a value of 1. Let's move it to the very beginning. And after collecting all the links, we need to increase it by 1. To do this, we also go to work with variables. Here, we specify 1, and not only select that it will increase. We select the same variable. After we perform this action, our variable will increase by 1. Next, we need to click on the next page. To do this, we inspect the element, add it to the action builder, insert -1 here, and select Alter HTML. Let's go to the very end and copy this. Find the last one by forms. We also just go to the page code. And we copy it. The segment starts with a debit, which serves as the initial marker indicating where the segment begins. It then continues to include all the relevant content or data that falls within this section. And finally, the segment ends with the closing symbol of the link, which clearly marks the conclusion of the segment. And for the text itself, for now, let's start numbering from 2. We perform the search? That's correct. The regular expression is specified. And instead of that value, at that moment, that type of regex. We were working with qtext, but the regex type is unique in that we can use regular expressions with it. We insert our regular expression here. It finds only one element for us. We selected tons, 10 times, click. Only in the properties of this action, we replace the value 2 with our variable's value. The page will refresh each time and click on the new page. We perform the action. Everything has moved to the next page. And next, we need to repeat all of this in a loop. To do this, we'll wrap the last 2 actions. And after moving to the next page, let's give it 2 seconds to load. We add a wait action, set it to 2 seconds, and then we refocus on the next page block to load all the products. We parse again and increment by 1. After that, this cycle will continue until the paginated pages run out. For example, if we have 10 pages, after incrementing by 1, it will look for the 11th page. It will no longer exist, and therefore the execution will go along the red line. Go through all the product links we have. For this, we select the with lists action. We choose our product list and select the get row action. You can pick a random one or the first one, it doesn't matter. You have the delete checkbox available. We place the link into a new variable called URL. We perform the action and see that the link has been moved. And next, we need to follow this link. Insert the URL variable. Great! We have navigated to our product page. Next, we need to set a short pause to make sure everything has fully loaded. Let's set it to 2 seconds as well. After your product cart has opened, you can parse various values, the price, description, or article number. Now, we are going to parse the price. To do this, we examine the price element. And we see that instead of a space, there is an odd symbol here. Copy the value, go to the page code, open the regular expression builder, and perform a search. Paste the value here, and select the position that suits us. Let's choose this piece as the starting reference. And this one just kind of twitches. Now, check all the boxes, and we see that 4 identical values have been found. We've done everything correctly, so let's just copy the regular expression. And now we add it here where it's needed. Preview the result. paste the regular expression, and select Get the first one. Let's save this in the variable price. Go to Variables, perform the action, and see what has been saved. Now we need to get rid of this strange symbol. And there's also a chance that before and after the price, which would be located between the markers, there could be strange spaces and tabs. To handle this, we'll work with strings now. Go to String Operations. We set our variable price and select 3 here. First, let's remove any possible spaces and tabs. Save it to the same variable. Execute the action. And now let's get rid of the special symbol. To do this, we go back to the String Operations action. Add the same variable, price. Do not select replacement. Simply copy our symbol and replace it with nothing. Save to the same variable, price. Execute the action. Now we have the actual price without any typos. Next, we need to compare the price of our product with the maximum price that we specify in our string. To do this, add the if action. The amount is less than or equal to the maximum price. If that's true, it will follow the green branch, and we will save the data for our product. If not, a warning will appear. Execution will follow the red branch. Let's move it over. Now, let's go ahead and write a message together. The product simply does not fully meet the expected price. This will help us communicate our thoughts clearly. And specify the price it did not meet. Let's make the warning yellow instead of stopless. After we get the notification, we need to take a new sucre. But let's say this is a sticker. I also want to point out an important aspect. Here you can specify several regular expressions, for example, those that you need for your particular use case. For example, if we want to perform an additional search. So, if I copy its value from the result, and then perform the search operation in the same way, you can see that the matches here start from a completely different segment. And despite this, when our price meets different conditions, we can add multiple regular expressions. For example, we have this regular expression. You use a backslash, and then write a new regular expression. In the same way, you can do BEM parsing. Here you have one regular expression, then another, a third, and so on. You can create as many regular expressions as you want. So, next, our execution continues along the green branch. We need to save the data for our product. To do this, we need to create a shared directory where we will store text documents that will display prices and links to our products. A permitted search query in the cap. The folder was successfully created. Next, we need to place text documents with any names and data into it. We will name these text documents after the product SKUs. Let's copy it, and the manager enters the page. We perform the search. This expression suits us. We copy it and check all the boxes. And it was found successfully. 2 duplicates, no big deal. The main thing is that the values are the same. We copy the regular expressions. We close everything. In the same way, we extract our data. We take the first one and create a new variable called SKU. The SKU has been successfully saved. after which we can write it to a file. We select Write Text, specify the name of our folder, namely the query name and the name of our file. This will be the SKU. We specify the .txt extension, and the file will contain a link to the product as well as the price. The price is indicated in rubles, so let's make a note of that. We perform the action and check. The file has been created successfully. After completing this action, we can create a notification about the successful saving of the product. Let's write that a product has been found and specify its price. Let's make the notification green. Display it only in the log. And then, along the green branch, we return to collecting data from the next link. After all the links have been processed and all products have been saved, the execution here will follow the red branch. This means that the list will be completely empty. Let me clear it now. And we see that it goes along the red branch and throws an error. This means that the search is complete. Let's create a corresponding notification. I'll go ahead and make it blue. We'll simply log that the search process is now finished. That's it. This was the simplest parser.